Hello YouTubers, what we're going to do today is we are going to print and cut to make some black stickers, some black foiled stickers. It's a bit of a workaround because obviously any options to print on black paper are extremely expensive. So, and I love black paper, I like the way the colors pop on it. So this is a bit of a workaround, but we're going to make some stickers today. So let me go show you what you need. Alright, so you're going to need some black cardstock. To my knowledge, there's no black sticker paper out there, so we're going to have to make our own. So this is black cardstock. And then we're going to use the Creative Station to turn our cardstock into paper. This is our little Creative Station. Now, I love this thing. This is the 9-inch Xyron Creative Station. Now, I bought this a long time ago and it was 40 bucks when I bought it. It is now almost $90 on Amazon for this guy. So you do not have to necessarily have this version of it. There's multiple versions. They're smaller. They have all sorts of different versions of these machines. So if the $90 is out of your budget, do look into some of the other options of them. But I have the repositionable adhesive in here, and it's really cool because I can put my sticker down on paper and then move it. This was kind of made with the idea of these could be like planner stickers, like go in your planner and you can move them around and stuff. So but they do have different cartridges. Permanent adhesive is one. They can also laminate and do magnets with them. I've done a couple videos with these guys in them. I really like it. I also like that it can sit on my shelf for months and it's just as good when I take it back out. I don't have to babysit it. There's no batteries. It's a great little invention. If you make a lot of stickers, this might be something you want to look into, but yeah, they've gotten a bit pricey since I got mine over the years. But this is the 9-inch version and it can hold the entire piece of paper. So that's how we're going to turn our black piece of paper into stickers. And then we're going to foil them, you're going to have a laser printer. This only works with the laser printers. So it's a laser, it's the toner in the printer that you're going to need. So a laser printer, I have a $99, well, it was $99, it's probably not anymore, Brother one color black toner printer. It's great. And we're gonna need foil as well, and there's a couple options out there. Heidi, the Heidi Swapp, Heidi the Meat Machine foils, all of those work really well. The Deco foils work really well. And then this is foil I got somewhere. The Rhinestone World has it, and you use it with adhesive for like the Caesar adhesive if you want to put it on clothes. It just has to be toner reactive foil. You can actually use the foil for the foil quill. It would just be really expensive to do that because these guys weren't that expensive for really big rolls. So, all right. So you'll need your foil. You will also need a laminator. And this will also be a print and cut activity. So if you hate printing and cutting, this may not be for you. You will also need some white sticker paper because obviously the Cameo is not going to be able to pick up your black marks on black paper. So white sticker paper, you can do this on any color paper too. If you had dark blue, or if you wanted to do like blue and like a blue and yellow or something, you totally could. That's one of the cool things about this is you could have dark paper and then light foil on top of it. Any colors will work pretty much, but you're going to need some sticker paper as well. Alright, so we are in Silhouette Studio. This is our standard 12x12 matte. You can adjust the transparency here. But we're going to change our size to letter. Then we're going to come over here to registration marks and just turn them on. I leave everything in the default settings, and then I come over and turn on, you don't really need to turn on print border, but I turn it on and cut border, the red line. So, and then basically you're just going to put your designs in here. These guys will be free on my webpage if you want them. I thought they'd be kind of some fun grown-up-ish stickers. If you do want to design your own stickers for this, what's going to work best is something fat and very bold. Just it'll be easier to make sure that it gets foiled and that you can read it. if it's a fat, bold font and outline. And then you're just going to rearrange them inside your square. I've already done that over here. So you can make them, whatever size you want to. But do remember, we have white squares we're going to have to put on the edge to make sure that our marks are red. So just make sure you give a lot of extra room in your corners. I'm going to file and print, and we're going to go, so this is your print preview. And then I have a little brother, and it only prints in black ink or black toner. So we're just printing this in black. But before I print it, I'm going to show you how I set up my piece of paper. Alrighty, so to print and cut, we need our registration marks. Obviously, they're not going to pick up on this black paper. So what I use is white sticker paper. And what I use is my 8.5 by 11 inch regular sticker paper that I have to make normal stickers on. And I just cut it down into strips. If you don't have this, you can also use your Xyron and regular copy paper and put it through there and make your own kind of stickers. And what I do is I cut them into 1.5 inch squares and then put them on the corners. And this is a great trick for any dark paper. If you wanted to print on like dark blue paper or any dark paper, or any really shiny paper, really glossy paper, holographic paper, anything like that. This works really great so that your machine can see your registration marks. And what I do is I put them on all 4 corners so that I'm not trying to figure out which is the lone corner that doesn't get a registration mark going through my printer, because there's no getting to put it back through. So I just put them on all 4 corners, and then there's just one corner that doesn't have, just doesn't have a mark. And this is what I meant when I said make sure you allow extra room in your corners, because you cut it a little close with your white square and your cutting. So let's go print out our piece of paper, and then we'll put our backing on it. All right, so this is what it looks like when it is all printed. I don't know if you can see that at all. Here we go. And then it's got its marks on it. So what I like to do now is put it through the Xyron. That way there's a backing on it to act as to make it where if you want to do your kiss cut, you have something to kiss cut too. And also it keeps all your pieces together. You can totally, if you don't have the big Xyron, you could cut this and then put it through one of the smaller ones. If you don't have a big one to put it through, it works the same way. So just open up and push through. Cut. Is your piece of paper, and then you just rub, and you take your you take the top piece off, and it takes any layer that's not sticky, it takes it with it. So this is not sticky at all. It's just like a backing of normal stickers. And then what I do is I cut off the top right here. So then what I do is I cut off the top and the side. You can keep cutting, but this is the only thing that you need to line up to get it to read. All right, so then we're gonna put it on our mat so that it can go back through our machine. Another reason I like this is putting paper on a sticky mat is not fun because it can totally tear your paper. So this back kind of helps protect it too. So now, in a moment of being really truthful as I tell you this paper wants to curl. I think it's a combination of the toner and the printer and the heat. And the first time I did this, I ended up where, I know y'all can feel my pain. It totally didn't line up at all. I don't know how well you can see all that, but it's cutting through the middle of my stickers. So I think what the deal is that it curls and therefore it's not reading them. So I am going to tape down my my paper, and that's another reason why I leave these down here, because when you tape it, you can't have it be too close to your registration marks, or you run the risk of your Cameo reading your tape and not your registration marks. So we kind of don't have a choice up here because we have to tape down our marks up here or else we're going to run into some issues. So just kind of keep that in mind. We're going to run it through the Cameo and see what happens. Alright, so I already have these all set up as stickers. I put an offset around my original design to act as the sticker outline. So we are going to go to send over here. And like I said, I already have these all set up. But if you come over here and you get all of this where it's trying to cut everything, just select everything. I like to do no cut first and then hit cut edge. And then that way it'll only cut the outside of your images. If it doesn't, you can click individual lines and turn them on and off over here. We are using the Cameo 4 today. Any of the machines can do this, 1, 2, 3, or 4. We're using the auto blade because that's what's in there. And it's detected. If you're running into an issue, make sure that your auto blade is in there. It'll auto populate. Also, if you can come down here, and these are all my machines. So if you're getting like a weird unavailable thing, so this is like my Cameo 2 and it's saying unavailable because it's not plugged in. So it may be has the wrong machine selected. So if you're having another problem, check down here. But I've just done cardstock plain because that's basically what we're cutting is cardstock. Now I did increase the force to 25 from the default is 20, I believe. It gave it a bit of a cleaner cut. Now I don't know how old this auto blade is or what all it's cut. So, but everything else is just standard. And we're going to, so what's going to happen is I'm going to load it, we're going to hit send, and it's going to read the marks and cut, and we're going to hope that it works. Alright, so we're done cutting. Before you take them out, double check that they actually cut like they're supposed to. If they didn't, don't unload them and send them back through and you can get a better cut. Alrighty, so we got them all cut. Did pretty good. I don't know if you can see. So you're going to take them off your mat. Alright, so when you cut your foil, you're going to want to make sure that it's only as wide as your paper. Any bits that are kind of like hanging off are going to get stuck in the laminator and potentially like pull it off. So it needs to be as wide as like your registration marks. And then just cut it. And then it'll sort of kind of stick if you push. It'll sort of kind of stick. So it's a little in place. I have my laminator plugged in and I've had it plugged in for a while. You want your laminator to be fairly hot. My laminator is a very cheap one, probably the cheapest one I could find off Amazon. Any laminator will do. It doesn't have to be a fancy one by any means. But heat it up but you do want it to be warm. Don't plug it in and run it through because it's not going to be warm enough. Also, this little bit down here, you can cut off and save. I've seen someone on YouTube or on Instagram and she makes bookmarks with the same technique and it's really cool. So if you want to do like bookmarks or something, you can save these little scraps for them. She has her business cards too. Alrighty, cheap laminator for the win. Now you want to make sure that your paper is not at the top and it's back a little bit away. Now, the reason why is if your foil gets crunched up, it's not going to transfer smoothly to your paper. So you want it to be really smooth. You can get like a distress look if you crumple it up and put it on. Some people like that. And then we just slowly and painfully wait for it to come through. And you can see down here where it's like stuck to our toner. Alright, so this is what it looks like and you can see where it's stuck. And then I like to put it through the laminator twice. It just seems to come out a little bit better for me that way. It could also be that legitimately I have a really cheap laminator. Alright, so once it gets done with the laminator, you need it to cool down. So it needs to be like cold to the touch. Also, when I put it through, it picked up a little bit of the foil. So see how it pulled apart right there? So it's probably not going to be the prettiest right there. So, the big reveal. And there we go. I should have done a brighter color on the black. I thought the teal would be pretty. Alrighty, so there are our stickers. Sorry, y'all, I should have picked, I guess, a brighter color. I thought the turquoise would be pretty on the black, but the camera is not picking it up. But there they are. And like I said, these would be really good for like inside a planner, because if you put these on like a, if you put them on like a notebook or something, they're gonna rub, the foil will rub off. It's not the most durable thing in the world. Your other option would be to like laminate it, would be really pretty. Alright, so I did want to confess, these guys are looking a little more distressed than I probably would like them to be honest. The reason why is the toner's starting to run low in the printer. Not enough that it'll still print fine and it'll print on white paper just fine. But for this technique, you need it to be pretty, putting down lots of toner. So you can see this one that I did a while ago, how solid the coverage of the foil is. This is the rainbow foil. This is the rainbow foil. But that's why these guys are a little more distressed. So if you end up with distressed stickers using this technique, that is why. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little tutorial on making some stickers. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I will be back with another video soon. Thank you so much for watching.